Hi, Walker. This is Andrew, and I was hoping to give you a little bit of an update on how the greenhouse is doing and how the donation that you made has been spent. So, the big thing that we did with that $10,000 was get the northern roof of the greenhouse constructed. So, you were here when the roof was pretty well constructed, but we've finished the metal roofing as well as finished all of the blocking, which are these horizontal boards between the rafters, as well as the blocking down at the wall level. And that's partially to help fire not be able to spread through the rafters. And also, part of that process was adding a little bit more meat or substance to the beam that holds the southern part of this roof line up. So there are these laminated beams that have been sheathed around the glue laminated beam that I constructed up there. These were items that we purchased. They're structurally engineered lumber, and they're very strong, and that adds a significant amount of support to the primary load-bearing beam. And so that and in combination with the rest of the roof was really what that $10,000 purchased. Purchased the concrete pouring, the rafters and roofing materials, these big 6x6 posts, as well as the construction of the beam. And yeah, that's all been completed, and we can now begin working on other aspects of the greenhouse.
Yay, Walker! Thank you!
So, what have you got up next, Andrew?
Yeah, so with funds that came from a 2-year forestry contract that I did with the DNR, we just got the payment for that recently, and we used that money to go towards the greenhouse, towards completing the primary structural components of the southern roof. So the southern roof is just the opposite side of what I was just showing you, and that involves building another glue lamp. So you can see it's in process now. There's a couple more layers of boards that are going to be added onto this glue lamp, and we've already purchased all the materials for the glue lamp as well as the rafters that go from that beam up to the top beam. And there will be rafters that come from this beam down here. So it's the southern roof has 2 angles on it. From the main beam to this beam is a 45-degree angle to capture the equinox sun, which is about 45 degrees from the horizon. And then the angle of the roof is about 110 degrees from that beam down to the sill boards on the foundation, and that is optimized for the winter sun angle. So the winter sun will come in perpendicular to that. So it has this interesting double pitched southern roof, and that's hopefully in the next coming weeks we'll get those rafters put in so that the whole southern side of the greenhouse is framed in, and we can temporarily this winter sheathe it in plastic and be able to then utilize this space as an indoor gathering space or project space for the community during the winter months, which is like a big part of why we built this greenhouse in the first place. That a large section, sort of where the camera is right now, is going to be dedicated to as almost like a living room space, a place that we can gather and hang out and have a nice comfortable place through the winter months. So yeah, I really appreciate that initial donation. It helped to get this project going, and it's already being used. The covering that this is providing is already being used by, this is a project here. One of our fellows is working on doing microbial ferments for soil improvements, and so there's a pane of glass here with some straw, and underneath that straw is a slow compost pile that he's making from natively harvested forest microorganisms. And as the roof the southern roof gets completed, well, this whole interior space, it's like 60 by 30, will be available for people to be in as a sheltered, relatively warm space this winter. And as funding becomes available, we'll complete the side walls and work on finalizing the polycarbonate on the southern side to really lock in the whole structure.
Cool. Sounds awesome.
Thank you so much, Walter. It's been a real boon to have that donation to build this community space. The space that will last for generations and will be a really beautiful, functional space for the community.
Thank you!
Okay, and that was good again.
That was only
Next time-
1 second pause, a little longer
Yeah,
for
a
Kevin
little.
Fed
Okay,
to
let's
do
do
it
it
again.
again. I'm gonna count
And
1,
also-
2,
And
and
I
I
won't
won't say let's do it
I
again.
saw some heads nodding, like 3, 2, 1. Heads are